and thank you for joining the Dr. Simonds Metabolics and Weight Loss Ask Me Anything live Facebook show. It's Monday after Labor Day. A week after Labor Day, we are open, and welcome back. It's been a little while since we did this because of Labor Day and because of the dinner that we did, the live dinner the keto dinner that we did. It's been a little while, so welcome back. We're going to be talking about a little bit about our blogs today, and
hi everyone.
Yeah,
I'm here too.
That's right. The producer's reminding us that Michelle is here.
Sitting here quietly.
Sorry for hogging up all of the stage presence here.
It's been a while. We're kind of like breaking it in because it's been like 6 weeks or something, 8 weeks since we sat here. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we're glad to be back, and thank you for joining us so much.
Got a lot of questions here.
A lot of great questions.
And on our blogs that are on our web, we have a lot of great blogs on our website, and all these things are really covered on those blogs. And so we're going to start answering these. Simonsmetabolics.com is our website. Just a reminder, we're in the Raleigh office today. We're out near Falls of Newson, 540, just across from Lafayette Village, and the Durham office is over at South Point, just across from David's Bridal and Alta at the Renaissance Center, on the other side of the road from the mall. So you can safely schedule an appointment at both our offices. We have we're doing telephone follow-ups too. If you don't want to come to the office, I say, look, if you're, for example, in your late 60s, 70s, you probably ought to just do a telephone follow-up, right?
It's so easy.
And if you have some really significant chronic medical problems, an option. Or if you just live some distance away and you can't make it, that's fine. Call our office. We can arrange that for you. And we have an on-site pharmacy, so we can get your medicine, whether you're in the office or whether we do a telephone follow-up, we can ship the stuff to you. And so we're trying to make it convenient for everybody during COVID, and it's been working out really good. I'll just say this before we get on to the questions. This time of year, as school has started back in whatever form the school is, depending on where you live, people tend to kind of lose their motivation to lose weight. They kind of say, well, the summer's over now. I'm not going to be going to the beach. I'm not going to be wearing a bathing suit. And so they tend to lose their motivation, and the schedule thins out a little bit. We do have plenty of openings as a result. But look, we get the holidays coming up. We get this whole kind of fall festival thing. We have this Halloween thing. We then have Thanksgiving, and we have Christmas and New Year's. And it is a smorgasbord of eating and just overconsumption and weight gain. And this is not a real good time, in my opinion, to get off track. I've never understood the idea, and this comes from a guy who's always had to manage his weight as an adult, waiting till the first of the year to try to get off the 20 or 30 pounds that I gained during the fall because I just totally abandoned my goals, right? This is the time to actually be buckling down, come in. Yeah, we're here to help you. And boy, even if you come in and get some medicine, for example, and we could even just make the goal of, hey, let's just try not to gain any weight. Okay,
which is mostly people.
Yeah, and that's a really good goal to have this time of year. It's way better than gaining 10 or 20 pounds and then having to deal with that, right? So I'll just put that reminder in there. I'll probably say it again a couple more times on these things before the year ends. This is a really good time to kind of start getting in the weight management mindset. Don't wait till the first of the year and try to set a goal then. Start doing something now, so that by the time you get there, it's easier to manage at that point, right?
And remember, it does not matter how long it has been.
Yeah.
There is no judgment. There is no shame. If you're a first-time patient, give us a call. If you're a restart from years and years ago, we are still here to help, no matter what.
Absolutely, it's true, and we're here to encourage you, to help you, provide you tools to help you be successful and not to make you feel weird about it in any way. Yeah. So on our website, whether it's the simonsmetabolics.com or whether it's casual keto sites, we got a ton of recipes and good ideas. to help you be successful. Also, a ton of resources there. So not only can we provide you with medication and advice and medical oversight and help you with all that, you have all those resources too. And there's a ton of information packed in our blog. So you'll get some good information with us answering these questions today. And there's a lot more resources there that you should take advantage of. Let's go to the first question.
Yeah, so Carolyn is asking, is red wine allowed on occasion? And the short answer is yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah. In moderation.
Yes.
Look, moderation means moderation. A lot of people kind of tend to overdo it on this stuff. And I just would say,
especially around the holidays.
Yeah, is that, look, be moderate in your consumption. It's hard to lose weight when you're drinking a whole bottle of red wine a night. So if you're drinking 2 small glasses, this is not necessarily a problem. But the glasses need to be smaller. Measure them out, about 4 ounces each. Right. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Next question, Peter has asked, how and why does weight affect testosterone? And we actually just released a blog on this. We've discussed it in previous shows as well, but definitely, Peter, check out the blog because it has a lot of good information. But if you want to give a quick synopsis.
Well, okay, so when you gain this excess body fat, I've said this many times, it takes on the property of a gland. Okay, it really is. I want you to think of it as an organ, and it's making these chemicals, and it's very pro-inflammatory in this case. And these pro-inflammatory chemicals that you make act directly on your body's other organs to alter their function. And in this case, in males, it's altering your ability to make testosterone. Okay, inflammatory chemicals that your excess body fat is making are toxic to the part of your body that's making testosterone. So when you lose weight and you lose body fat and your body fat starts behaving more normally, what happens is you'll get a rise in your testosterone as a result.
Yeah, and we find that this area of the body tends to be a little bit worse when it comes to affecting hormone levels like testosterone and estrogen. So a low carbohydrate eating plan to keep insulin low, blood sugar in check, is usually going to be the most effective thing for getting not just weight off, but particularly that really dangerous weight that we can carry around our other organs in our abdomen.
That's right. Yeah. So look, but it goes without saying that we treat men. Yeah, I think that people think that weight loss is for women. Well, no, we have a lot. 50% of the population is men. We treat a lot of guys too.
Absolutely. So good question. Thank you for that, Peter. Please check out that blog. So Andy has asked, I've been having issues keeping my type 2 diabetes in check. How can I benefit from the keto diet? Great question. We have, I think, answered this a few times on previous blogs or on previous AMAs, as well as has some blogs. Bottom line is diabetes is an issue with insulin that affects blood sugar. And the ketogenic diet is the most powerful lifestyle tool that we possess in order to directly treat high insulin levels and therefore high blood sugars. So while it should be done under the supervision of a medical provider, we have many licensed medical providers in our practice that you can get help with this from. It really is a very effective tool. We just need to monitor if you're on medications, especially insulin, to make sure that we can adjust those medications and, slowly get you off of them, ideally. And we also find that metformin, which I've brought up and we've talked about on previous lives, metformin can be a really effective tool. So if you're not already on that for your diabetes, metformin with a ketogenic diet can be a very powerful combination to get type 2 diabetes completely in remission. And we've seen it in our practice.
That's right.
Many times. Very exciting.
Yes, we have tons of information on low carbohydrate diet and ketogenic diet, if you will, or keto diet. This is on our website. On the Casual Keto Instagram site, we have a lot of this stuff, okay? It's a ton of information to help you. Look, I'll just give you an analogy on this, Andy. When you go down to the gas station to put gas in your car, you have a fixed tank size on your car, and you pump the gas in there until the thing is full, and then you put the cap on. You don't then take out the dispenser of the gas, roll down the window to the back seat and start pumping it in your back seat, do you? Okay, but this is what the American diet, typical American diet does. Okay, you take in so many carbohydrates that you overfill your gas tank, and now you're pumping it all over into the back seat, the front seat. It's messing up your car. You know, this.
It's a good analogy.
Yeah, that's what's going on with your body.
We have a limited tank
of
energy.
That's right.
And spillover is very dangerous.
And we call that diabetes, right? So that's what's going on when you got diabetes, okay? And so it's carbohydrate intake. So Michelle and I are just saying, hey, get the gas dispenser out of your hand and put it back on the pump. Your tank's full already, okay? Let's not put any more gas in the back seat, the front seat, or any of that. We got to stop that sort of thing. And so when you get a test for diabetes, they're measuring the amount of stuff you're putting in the back front seat, okay? And so if you stop doing that, those tests are going to what? Normalize. Bingo, right? So this is why we teach this stuff. That's kind of a simple concept to understand, and this is how it helps you. Yeah.
Yes. Well put.
Yeah.
Well put. All right. I'm going to take Jessica's question. I have PCOS and have been struggling to lose weight. I can't seem to keep any diet going for long before succumbing to bad habits. What do you recommend? So PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It is a spectrum on which many women in this country fall on, where there's a change in regularity of menstrual cycles. There can be weight gain, particularly in the abdomen, and there can be things like acne or hair changes that women experience. And the thing that is so frustrating is a lot of women who get diagnosed are never really told that their diet can have a huge impact on this condition. That's pretty much any medical condition. A lot of people aren't told that their diet, what they're putting in their mouth, is having a direct effect, a very powerful effect on whether that condition is going to worsen, stay the same, or get better. And with PCOS, luckily, we find that a lower carbohydrate way of eating is also, like diabetes, a very powerful tool to get the weight off of women, get those symptoms and side effects that they are not happy with when they are struggling with PCOS in check. And a lot of women who were once infertile become fertile. And I've had several babies in the practice of patients who were told you have PCOS, you're going to have a lot of trouble conceiving. They lose a little weight and you got a baby 9 months later. So definitely don't give up, Jessica. We, like I said, talk about a low carbohydrate way of eating. Keto is a great way to do that. But if keto itself is not something you're ready for, we can guide you on other plans that keep carbohydrates low and keep your blood sugar and insulin in check to help with your symptoms. And we've talked about this in previous shows, and we have a couple of blogs that you can check out again. And a reminder, thank you for everyone who's joined us and watching. Send us a comment if you want. Let us know what you would like us to cover now or on a future episode. And go to our website, simonsmetabolics.com, to view all the blogs that we're talking about and previous videos from all of our other AMAs.
Yeah, Jessica, I would just add that, look, the underlying physiology in PCOS is one of insulin resistance. Okay, so Michelle brings up a really good point. We treat a lot of patients with this, and if you can get them to adhere to a carbohydrate restricted diet, it fixes this problem. They can get pregnant, their menses will normalize, all the symptoms get better, because the issue then becomes adherence. And I think you brought this up in your question, how do I adhere to it? Well, I always say if it was easy to be thin, hell, we'd all be thin, right? Okay, but America's fat. Let's face it, we're all fat. All right, in 1970, it was about 1 out of 100 people that were fat, and today it's 75 out of 100. So we got a problem, all right? And this is why I prescribe medication to people. I can teach you everything about diet you need to know, all right? But doing it's the hard part. And medication will help you. I would highly suggest you come to this office, talk to us, talk to our providers. We can help you. I can prescribe you. Michelle can prescribe you the medication you need that are going to bring your appetite, your desires, your cravings under control, so that you can take the knowledge you possess about what you need to be eating and then carry it out. That's the key thing.
You can find recipes at Casual Keto Doctor as well as on our website. And regarding support, I'm glad you brought that up. That second part of the question is so important. Coming to a practice like ours, where you have a high touch with people who care and are invested and can guide you and support you and encourage you, it's very important, as well as having a community outside of us. We are always encouraging our patients, get your friend on board, get your family on board, get your employer on board. We are here to help, and we want you to be able to have as much support as possible, as much support as possible.
It was easy to be thin. We'd all be thin. And so we're here to help you.
Yes.
We recognize it's a fight.
Absolutely.
We're in it with you.
Absolutely. So thank you for that question, Jessica. It was great. So
it ties into the next question.
Melissa
has about being ashamed when she relapses, about making bad decisions and having to get back on track, and she's worried. Melissa, you're worried we're going to judge you. Well, you're judging yourself already, I can tell. We're not in the judgment business. Yeah, this is a medical problem, right? Okay, we've pointed this out on a lot of previous shows and on these blogs, and there's a lot of information on our site about this. And if you've ever listened to me talk, you know how I feel about this. I don't put anyone under this sense of judgment, okay? If you had high blood pressure and you went to your doctor and you got treated for it, it didn't come down, well, you wouldn't feel under condemnation about that, would you? Right. You get back and get some more help, right? That's what we're here for. I want you to think of this problem just like that. So if you're all off track, this is exactly the place to come, because we're going to build you up, not tear you down. We're going to, you can safely schedule an appointment, as I pointed out earlier. You come here or we can do it by telephone. Either way, we make it easy and convenient for you. And we're going to try to match you up with a plan and encourage you and help you to get you moving back in the right direction again. I think the only mistake you could make is not doing anything about it and then just turning your back on it, because the problem doesn't go away then.
That's exactly right. And we are saying this multiple times a day, every day, to folks who feel like they are backsliding or off track, that this is part of the process. We live in a country where 75 out of 100 people struggle with weight for a reason. It's because food manufacturers and fortunately lots of other big entities are kind of in the business of keeping us sick. It is very good business to keep us sick. So you have a lot of factors that are going to try to push you off track. And it's how you get back up and how you navigate those and how you learn from your mistakes, instead of just say, oh, hell, I'll just give up. It's not worth it. It is worth it. It's hard.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's worth it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah. So come in and see us. All right. So now Susan's asking about Metagenics, our supplement line. How are they different from other supplements? Can I pick them up at Harris Teeter? Are they really that much better? So simply, you cannot get them from places like Harris Teeter because they are that much better, that they are considered pharmaceutical grade and only available in medical offices. And you can buy them online through medical offices. So you don't have to physically come in.
Right.
We can provide you with a way to get onto the Metagenics website and have access to all of their products. But they are that much better because of the time and effort that they invest in making sure that these products are pure. They have exactly what they say they have. They don't have anything that they haven't listed that they have. A lot of supplement companies, unfortunately, cannot say that. So you have to be very, very cautious with just picking up vitamins at discount stores or grocery stores.
This is an area without any regulation. And so what Metagenics does, unlike other companies, is they are very transparent about the procurement of the materials that go into their vitamin products, the manufacturing, and then the absorption and how well it's absorbed, and the potency and the expiration there, so that you can test the stuff on the expiration date and it's going to have exactly what it says in the bottle. They're very open about this. They have third parties oversee all this and test it so that you're getting exactly what they say. And then they further do a lot of clinical testing outside of that, so that if they say this helps with problem X, Y, or Z, that there is data to back that up, right? So they put a lot of time and effort into that and money. And we've talked about this previously on shows and had blogs about it. So again, plenty of information on our site.
We actually did an AMA specifically on our Metagenics products, where it was myself and Tina, who is a lovely lady who works in our office and knows so much about these supplements. She's so passionate about it. Our website has more information, as well as that Tina and my AMA Live that you can look up. As far as buying it, you can come into either office. We do carry some right here in the office, or you can contact the office and we will provide you with a link. Or on our resources tab, there is a link that you can go to the Metagenics website and find the products that you're looking for. And you can buy any of the products online, not just what we carry in our office. And it is a wide range of fantastic supplements. We also have a pharmacy on site. So while supplements are fantastic and a great adjunct to a treatment plan, we also provide prescription medications to help with appetite, as we've talked about many times before and today. So if you needed something other than supplements, or in addition to supplements from Metagenics, we would be able to provide that right on site or ship them to you if we do your visit over the phone.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Let's see. Moving on to Shonda's question. Gained a lot of weight since quarantine. Being close to my fridge most days has made it tough to resist. How do I keep from finding myself in the kitchen searching for food when I'm not even hungry? I can't even tell you how many times I've heard almost this exact question over the past 8 months. You are not alone. You are not alone. So I have a couple of tips that I give folks who are now home when they used to not be. The first is close the kitchen in the morning and do not open it until after work is done. I actually have folks pack their lunch and never work at their kitchen table unless they literally do not have another option. But really it is best to make a office or a nook or whatever away from the kitchen, away from the eating area, so that you can actually go to work. And I find this is good for other reasons too, not just for not eating while you're at work, but to actually be able to focus on what you're supposed to be doing and devote that time so that your whole house isn't also your work zone, but you have that little nook that's yours. Also, don't keep stuff in the house. Don't keep that stuff there. If it's a trigger food, if it's hard to say no to, and you know it's really not of nutritive value, do not have it there. Just do not. That's a really, really important one. What else? What other tips do you give?
Yeah, this is all behavioral stuff, and it ties into the next question we're going to do. Look, let's go back to Alcoholics Anonymous. This is a good time to do it. And it's a 12-step program. It's very successful. You don't get over certain things by violating certain principles. And this is stimulus avoidance. Okay, if your problem's in the kitchen, you've appropriately pointed out, get out of the kitchen. Okay, all right. You don't need to be hanging around the liquor store if you're a recovering alcoholic. That's a stimulus, right? If you have a problem eating for reasons other than true hunger, and you typically do that in the surrounding of your kitchen, get out of the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
And put gum in your mouth and do crust white strips and brush after every meal and floss. There are lots of other things
establishing
too.
New habits.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Replacing old habits with new ones.
That's right. That's what you're doing, and you got to work at it. And look, it just helps to make a plan. I always say, if you're getting paid $1 million a day not to go into that kitchen and eat between meals, I bet you could figure out how to do it. Okay, take that $1 million a day, wouldn't you? Yeah. So I know you can do it.
Yeah.
Right.
And remember, medications can really, really help turn off that area of our brain, that reward center of our brain, where food calls to, even when we know we're not hungry.
That's right.
So if you're not already coming to our practice, or if you are, but you feel like you need a change in your plan, please let us know. We are here to help turn that volume down on that center of your brain that's giving you a little bit of a tough time. So thanks to everyone who's watching. We're here in the Raleigh office doing our AMA Live, and you can see the show notes of this episode, as well as all of the previous ones, on our website, simonsmetabolics.com.
All right. So Tim's got a behavioral question. Let's see. It has to do with the holidays. It goes back to these same principles. You got to take control. Okay. He's worried about all the different situations. You can, there comes a time when you got to make a decision, I think, about allowing yourself to be a victim, okay, or taking charge. And, I realize the holidays are coming, but I learned years ago in my life that I've got to set some parameters on that stuff.
Boundaries.
So you know what the deal's going to be at the work parties, at the family get-togethers, and all that. They ain't going to have work parties this year anyway because of COVID. So it'll be family get-togethers, and you need to have an honest conversation with your family about your health and your weight, and you need to say, you know, I'm doing some things as far as my eating, and you guys need to respect that. And I'm taking charge here. Okay. So if you need to remove yourself from some of those scenarios ahead of time, tell them you love them and do it. Okay. This isn't about everybody else. It's about you. I always say the finish line's the grave with this stuff, and you're not trying to beat anybody there. Don't dig your grave with a fork in the name of pleasing other people. Right. And so you know, I've learned with my family sometimes to just tell them, look, I'm not coming over to do all that stuff if I think I can't control myself in that scenario.
You gotta protect yourself.
That's right. And if they think that, you know, that if they're going to be offended by the fact that I'm not going to eat all that junk that they're serving, then I just say, okay, look, we can get together and celebrate any other way you like, but I just won't come over to that. Okay, to your party or whatever. Okay, that's fine. I'll come over, open up the presents on Christmas morning, all that sort of thing. We'll go around sing Christmas carols for people. That's fine. Okay, I'm just not going to come over for the purpose of eating and drinking a bunch of things that are going to be, you're going to make me sick. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a really good question, and asking for tips. I think we've talked on previous episodes as well. Eating before you go, bringing dishes with you, you know, having a firm boundary. It's talked about not having more than a few glasses of alcohol so that your inhibitions drop and your decision making, you know, is not as good. So those are the type of things you want to prepare for as we go into the holiday season. Moving on to James. I'm not good at food prep cooking. What are the best already ready to eat keto foods you enjoy? Very good question.
Well, I tend to break it down as, look, you know, this is a carbohydrate problem, and getting those out of there. So whether you know, whatever the food is, I've lost a lot of weight eating fast food, just eating non-carbohydrate fast food, going through fast food windows and saying I'd like 2 pieces of sausage, 2 sides of scrambled eggs, and 2 pieces of cheese in a bowl. Please give me a fork and a knife with it. Okay, they get it. Okay, and that's something that they pre-make for you. So you're in control of your own destiny, whether you go buy a packaged item or do something just like what I'm talking about. And it's easy enough to do either way, I think. Yeah,
absolutely. And we talk on other blogs and videos about some other options as well with food, as well as our protein shop, which you can come in and get some keto-friendly products right here in either of our offices that we recommend. All right, we have our last question. Always been so much stigma using medications. I see you promoted as a tool. Why? What are the benefits? This is from Serena. So we've talked a lot about this as well. It's because overweight and obesity are medical conditions, and therefore the physiologic, the hormonal, the brain neurochemical changes that happen do require treatment using agents that have been proven to work, to help.
That's right.
And we offer all of them.
Yep, that's right. So it's case closed. People who will take medicine in addition to dieting, for example, are going to lose more weight and will keep it off as long as they, stick with their medicine plan. They'll lose more weight and keep it off versus people who just try dieting. That's the bottom line, and there's no question about it.
The evidence is very clear.
So it goes back to my simple statement earlier. If it was easy to lose weight and be thin, we would all be thin. And so it apparently is not, because this nation is overweight to the tune of 3 out of every 4 people. And it's not real easy to be a normal weight. And so this makes the case, I think, for what you're saying. This is a serious medical problem, and with all serious medical problems, there are medications available for treatment. I don't imagine you would treat many other medical problems just by behavior alone.
Right. And they're tools. The medications by no means should be claimed to make it easier, do the work for you. They're not miracles, but they are wonderful tools to have. And you need as many tools when you're working on a project that you can get. So that's what we do. Provide the tools.
That's right.
Thanks everyone.
That's
for
it.
watching.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching, and like and share this video with your friends. We'd really appreciate that. Thanks for joining, and we're going to see you again in a couple weeks when we do this. Feel free to visit our website. It's loaded with great information, simonsmetabolics.com.